Wilson, thank you very much. Appreciate you making the time.
Of course.
Talk for a little bit.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, what has Greater Newark Conservancy done, and what does Greater Newark Conservancy do?
It started almost 40 years ago with a bunch of concerned citizens who wanted to clean up their block. Right? It started off with just let's plant some pots on our block. Right? From there, that's where the Greater Newark Conservancy was born. And over the years, the Conservancy has changed its services depending on what the community needed. The Conservancy of today, we provide access to fresh food. We advocate for green spaces. We also do health and environmental education.
As it relates to food security,
Yep.
give me a sense of what landscape does Greater Newark Conservancy work in terms of the Greater Newark area?
Absolutely. So until recently, we used to have a farm on Hawthorne Avenue, and from there we produced almost 10,000 pounds of food that we grew and then distributed through food markets, other partnerships in the community.
So currently then, where's the food come from?
Yeah, that's a good question. So the food, we are now at a greenhouse in Branchford Park.
Okay.
We are growing, we are estimating about maybe 4,000 pounds of food right now. Comes from there that we distribute through some of our programming, and some of the other foods that we provide comes through other urban farmers.
Got you.
Yep.
So the impetus to the conversation is in the physical space. We are currently in the education building, right, where new construction development is happening. You're also in phase 2, correct? Of the historical building?
Well, so this is actually this building right here is phase 2. Okay. Phase 3 is going to be the house of worship that's connected right to this building.
Got you. So can you just give me like a general synopsis of the building? How did this building exist in the community over the course of history?
So over the course of history, this house of worship happens to start its life as a synagogue. My understanding now is the second oldest synagogue in the state of New Jersey. After the synagogue was vacated by its residents, a Baptist church came and took over the building. And for many years, that's where they came in to congregate as community.
Gotcha.
So at some point, they decided to move out, and they're actually across the street at a beautiful building. And this building was left vacant. The Conservancy was already on this property or moving on to this property and saw the beauty of this building. We went in and purchased the building. We've done some rehab of the exterior. It's now a historic site. And that's where we're at.
Urban farming kind of hit a spike, a few years back, and a lot more urban farms became commonplace.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Right. Thank you for leading the way in that. Right. But along with the actual farming, more people in the community were just spending time in green space, barefoot in the grass, or hugging a tree, or planting a flower, or produce. And then we're here at the Prince Street location where there is this gorgeous green space.
Yes.
Right. Can you talk to me a little bit about what that does for community in general, just to have, especially in this urban environment? And what does that allow for folks to have back, so to speak?
Let me start with for one of the more important, bigger things, right? Newark is one of the many heat islands in the country, right? And having green spaces is so important to reduce the temperature that trees and grass, flowers, and all those things bring, right? So that's really important for us, right? For the bigger ecosystem, right? For everybody's kind of health, right? There is something to be said, like you said, to walk on grass, right? And just walk outside and just hear trees, birds chirping, right? And there's just a sense of kind of peace for a moment from the urban craziness that we all live in, right? Most of us live in. Whenever I'm having a crazy day, best thing for me is I walk outside, sit at the bench, and just take a moment, collect myself, and come back. It does a lot for folks' mental and emotional health.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And then in these physical indoor spaces, as they come online, you know, you talked about how this was a house of worship for various different religious groups. What is the future vision of how this space will be occupied?
Yeah, so the house of worships specifically, we are going to kind of honor those folks in that religion, those religions that were here, in the sense of that was a place of gathering, right? A place of community, a place where people could connect, people could find some assistance or support, right? It is going to be kind of like a community center, right? Where folks can come and have those moments where they can gather with their neighbors, see old friends, right? Via some of our programming that will expand, or other organizations that will be welcome to come and use the space for whatever their activities are.
Okay. So there's so much that a community benefits from having a space to gather, that until you have the space to gather, you know, it can be ignored or not acknowledged. But the opportunity to just gather in places, whether there is programming there or it's just a place where you can go,
right?
Whether it's for solace or for community, like there's a place to go,
right?
Makes a big difference in community and in society. Are there any misperceptions that come to mind about Greater Newark Conservancy or underestimations?
So one of the things when I first became the executive director here was so many people who I would invite from Newark to this campus would go, my goodness, I didn't realize this place existed. And I've lived here all my life, right? So we heard that, right? We've cut down a lot of the brush around the perimeter so folks can see what's in here, understand that they're welcome to come and sit in the garden, right? Walk around, just take a moment, instead of having to go to Branchbrook Park, which is beautiful, right? But we have a little garden right here in the center of kind of Newark, right? That's available to folks Monday to Fridays and some Saturdays.
Yeah. So people can just come here, have a walk. Yeah. That's dope. Can we take a walk?
Absolutely, we can.
Let's take a walk.
Sure.
Okay, I think it's safe to say 4 people is a mighty team.
Yes.
But this is an awful lot of work.
Yes. So it's the mighty, small but mighty team, and an army of volunteers. Okay. We get volunteers from a lot of local companies that are based here in Newark, who do their Earth Day here, their volunteer day here, who just individually want to be part of this. Yes. So without all of their help, this is not possible. Gotcha. In addition to the donations that come in to make this all happen, as we are a non-profit organization. Yes.
So as a resident, can I just go to your website and sign up to be a volunteer?
Absolutely. You can just go right to the website. There'll be, the website is in French Creole, English, Portuguese, and Spanish. Sweet. So we can try to, communicate to as many of our fellow Newark residents as possible. And you can just volunteer. There's a form there, and welcome. Happy to have you here.
Oh, that's so dope. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Pleasure.